I got all of you?
Yep.
Good, all right. All right, I'm gonna give you about 6 minutes, but I will cut you off and I'll give you a 1-minute warning, okay? So watch your time. I gave you a little bit more time last time, but this time we gotta do it by the numbers. Okay, you guys ready? You may begin.
Hi, everyone. This is my team. My name is Sabrina Gearman.
I'm Avery Goen. I'm Parkour. My name is Kali Glasgow.
And this is our product for OneSource called the OneSource Movers.
Okay.
So starting off with the product type, this is a people-based service that serves as a business product for OneSource. It complements the other services and trades that OneSource already offers. As well as you can see, there's a clear opportunity here since 8.93 million people have moved since 2020. The moving industry has grown annually by 3% since the Great Recession. And in that time, jobs have been created around 400,000. The OneSource moving sector would offer expansion opportunities as well, including new market opportunities and a new target market, which would be the military and college students.
Good.
Now, moving on to the industry, the U.S. has an estimated $86 billion in revenue that's just made from moving industry annually. This is clearly a very competitive area. OneSource has connections in the facility management industry that sets them apart from the competition. Outsourcing would allow the partnership between competition instead of against. So they would bring customers to the moving companies and in return collect a percentage of profit.
So as Sabrina said, for OneSource Movers, the two new target markets would be college partnerships and the military. So it's already known that OneSource has a connection to Yale, which will help us. That's one college that we could get a connection to. But Nicholas Lombardi, the president and founder of OneSource, is also an alumni from Marist, which could be another connection that would be very beneficial. And so 60% of full-time college students enrolled in college lives are living in college housing. And that can be a very big move for people that live farther away or international. So OneSource Movers would really help that process. And also for the military, we'd be working under something called Personally Procured to Move program, which is where the government covers 95 to 100% of the expenses, which means that the government would then in turn pay OneSource, which would be very beneficial because the military is constantly relocating. And there's the military makes up 60% of the moving industry, which means that we could really have beneficial for everything.
Okay.
When it comes to product competition, probably our biggest competition would be U-Haul, because everyone knows them, their brand name, and most people just call them up, rent their trucks, and move their belongings that way. Our local competition would probably be Collision Movers Incorporated, and I just use that as our representative of the many local movers around Connecticut. And they're much smaller, but they also work in the international, local, and commercial sectors, so they do all of that. So we would have to compete with that as well.
Going on what Claire said, the competitive advantage of OneSource Movers is they're much more convenient than U-Haul, and they can also reach different target markets like colleges and the military that U-Haul can't, which can make it much easier so you don't waste time trying to find little smaller moving companies near you. You know that bigger company like OneSource can help you do that. So OneSource Movers would be completely outsourced, and as you can tell, the benefits of this really outweigh the negatives. Some of the benefits are there's no need to buy new trucks, maintain trucks, deal with any logistics, or hire their own workers. And the only negative would be that OneSource Movers would not make the entire profit, but only commission off referring customers, which OneSource right now is a middleman anyway, so this would be something that they already know how to do. And as they grow and their name gets spread larger and we get more customers, we can slowly begin to take more control.
So moving on to the distribution, this is going to be made through OneSource in addition to the real estate agency. So basically, when we look at real estate agencies, their realtors are supposed to be providing the customers with moving information, basically. So if we do it this way, they can be reached directly to OneSource, and the realtors don't have to give contact information to the realtors. So the service that's going to be on the website is basically going to be a phone application, kind of information, a phone number to call, and an email address to contact. Okay, so the service is going to be provided when the consumer is going to have to call the company, and they're going to be giving them the name of their location, probable estimation of the objects, and most of all, sign a service agreement. So basically, a service agreement is a agreement that outlines payment terms, but it will explain the plan's expectations and reduce the possibility of legal issues. And, okay. Advertising. So the logo is very important because it represents the organization as well as the image of what the business is supposed to be standing for. So by incorporating OneSource's logo to our business, we're basically going to be creating competitive advantage, encouraging other real estate companies to want to adopt the movie business into their sector. This can be done because OneSource is going to be viewed as a real estate company that not only takes care of its customers' housing selection, but also can help relocate and transfer everything else. So moving on to
1 minute.
homeowners, we can see that 43% of millennials basically are in this sector. And when we look at the age groups, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, basically to total to 49, and 60 and above are basically 23%. So meaning that advertising is mostly going to be focused on social media and less on traditional ones. Okay, so traditional advertising can be done after collecting information, and billboards and flyers can be provided after we see the demographic of the people residing in that area. And moving on to social media, we are going to be advertising on every platform, but mainly focusing on Instagram and Facebook. This is because when we look at the numbers, 18 to 34 are the highest while it keeps decreasing. And Facebook, over 70% of Americans use Facebook, and 78% use Facebook and Instagram. So we can see that this is the target demographic since it matches the number of people that are home buyers of millennials and Gen Zs, as well as the people that are using these two. So finally, the advertising that is going to be used is the CPM, which is cost per million. And basically in that, we're going to have to be seeing it, but we're not going to be interacting with the advertisement. This is not only going to save us money, but also going to be helping
Okay, we're gonna
us.
have to stop you there. That's okay. Okay, little round of applause. Did a nice job. Okay, I would say, let's see where we are time-wise.